Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm sitting in a different spot. Am I in the right spot, producer Ryan? Am I looking at the right spot, the right camera?
Looks like a nice shot. I'm about to pull you up on
All right. I'm in a different spot.
Right,
welcome to the show today, guys. 6:05. Good morning on this national federal holiday. It's a national federal. You looked at me like, what? What? It's a national federal holiday.
Working in radio, I guess. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I forgot Christmas Eve is even a...
Well, no, it's not until this year.
Oh, wow.
You can thank Donald Trump. He declared today a national holiday, and he also declared Friday a national holiday. So it became a 5-day weekend for the American federal worker. So it is a national holiday today. So welcome to your national holiday, producer Rye. Glad you're with us. It is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust. That's producer Rye. Tony Patrico getting ready to set too. That's right. Tony's coming in. I said, show up whenever. He's like, I'll be there about the start of the show. So I was like, okay, you want to come in that early? It's all up to you. Glad he's coming in today. Lots to talk about. No sports. There's nothing going on in the sports world in the St. Louis area. Nada, zero, zilch. Unless you guys can tell me something or promote something. There's nothing. Nothing. And then you've got Mizzou football Saturday. That's it. So jumping on the show as always, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Arch City Now. Like, subscribe, share the show. Let people know what we got going on as well. People don't really call, but we always give the phone number. 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We're always live and on demand at louinfo.com. It is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to everybody. We just said it's a national holiday. If you want to jump in on your Christmas traditions, what do you guys do? Where do you go? Anything Christmas related, jump in. That's our opportunity today. We will not be here tomorrow, and we will not be here Friday. We'll be back on Monday, and then we'll be talking about the new year. So Christmas related, best gifts, worst gifts, where you go, things from that standpoint. And at the end of the day, it's 68 degrees. It does not feel right. This whole year has gone by fast. This whole last 2 weeks leading into Christmas, very weird. I mean, it's literally supposed to be about 64 today. And right now, I mean, we're approaching almost 50 degrees. You know, it's like, what? And it's 6:07, December 24th, 2025. We'll take it. It's very comfortable outside. No, it will not be a white Christmas. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a warm one. Although it's not supposed to be as warm now, at least from what I see. Weren't we looking at temperatures tomorrow, like near 70 or something like that? I thought we were looking at that. Then I was wondering, did the forecast change? Because I start looking at some of those highs, and it's like, nope, Thursday, the high 65. The warmer weather got pushed. How about 71 and sunny for Friday? That doesn't even make sense. But it is the case. That's what we got going on. Weather has obviously been a big story. And then Saturday, 70, and then it gets damn right cold again for Sunday into the middle of next week. So we're here. Anything that you guys want to jump in and talk about, we appreciate it from that standpoint. Coming up on the show, a couple different stories of groups giving back during the Christmas time. And of course, that's what we love to do, promote the positivity, promote charities, what's happening in the St. Louis area. We'll tell you about a couple of those things. There's also the Powerball drawing tonight. You don't buy tickets, producer Rye, but I'm going to buy you. I forgot to buy you a scratcher, but I'm going to buy a scratcher. I'm going to find you. You're going to come by or whatever. I'm going to buy a scratcher, and I'm going to send you video and say, this is your scratcher. I'm going to scratch it off for you, and then we'll see where we go. But
that money.
I mean, you're looking at about 1.8. It's 1.78 right now, like $1.8 billion tonight for a Powerball drawing on Christmas Eve. We can get into that if you want to. Any more fallout from the Chiefs leaving the state? State senator wants the Chiefs to pay for a lot of the taxes associated with the stadium now. Moving forward, it's not going to happen until 2031, but the fighting will begin in every which way since they're moving to Kansas right now. You've also got Winterfest going on this Saturday. That's going to be 44 degrees. Saturday it's supposed to be 70 degrees. and Winterfest downtown. Maybe it'll work. It'll be a comfortable day to, I don't know if they'll be able to keep things cold or ice sculptures up or whatever, but it is a possibility. We do have some closures in the city. A South St. Louis pizza place closing. Pizza Hut having some issues nationally, believe it or not. Starbucks closing. They have their largest closure in United States history. Some of those places not doing well. Other places doing well. There's also a St. Louis suburb that is considered to be one of the most competitive in the country. And it might surprise you at what suburb it is. We'll get into that as well. Anything else that you guys want to talk about when it comes to this December 24th, 2025? I didn't see, growing up, we didn't really have any traditions except big families. And if you are from big families, you know how that goes. You can have some, big families. You have a lot of Christmas cheer, things of that nature. Sometimes people have small families. Sometimes people go to a same restaurant every year, whether it's the Christmas Eve dinner. You go to a certain person's house. Is there a certain type of food that gets made? You remember it from the times that you were kids to now, and maybe if you have kids or you've had kids and then they've grown, those sorts of things. I was asked yesterday by my friend's mother. It's like, oh my gosh, do you have all your presents wrapped? And I was like, Carol, I have a 23-year-old, a 21-year-old, and an 18-year-old. What do you think they want as gifts when it comes to Christmas?
Money.
Hell yes, it's money. I was like, I don't do any I don't have grandkids. And I literally didn't have, I don't have, like, my mother's in the San Diego area, so they're out there. My father's here local. We'd celebrate, but not really like bunches of gifts and things like that. So I was like, I really don't have to wrap presents. We don't wrap presents. So there you go. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it's easy. But let me tell you something. I did enough wrapping in my life to last a lifetime. That is for sure. Have you had to do much wrapping? You're still a young guy.
No, I just give them a gift.
Yeah. You got to do some. What do you mean, like a girlfriend or something?
No, like my mom.
Mom, you got to wrap it. You got to take some time to wrap it.
I'll put it in the bag. And
Okay. Well, okay. If you put it in a bag, but you got to have at least the tissue paper in there.
I do.
Okay. Maybe put a bow on it. Just go the extra mile. Always go the extra mile, especially for a lady. Just a little bit. And it'll help you. Trust me. I think it will. At least for a day. And then it may change back. But at least you tried. That's for sure. 6:13 on this Wednesday, Christmas Eve. The other things that you find interesting when it comes to the holiday season is how people may do things differently. Some people may do something, have a gift ceremony on a Christmas Eve. Some people may open gifts. Some people obviously watching Christmas Vacation and so forth. It amazes me. I think many of us have seen the movie a million times, and it comes on and you still watch it. Does anybody actually see it come up and then just turn the channel? I'm not so sure I've seen that happen. I it's just like, okay. Do you have a favorite Christmas movie by chance?
No.
You don't? Do you?
No, I like Christmas movies.
Oh, but you're not into Christmas.
I'm cool with
Christmas. I
Christmas,
didn't think you told me you were big into it.
It's cool, but I don't like those Hallmark movies where it's a girl goes back to her hometown and she meets the cool buff guy. It's the same thing. My mom watches that all the way through, all same movie, just different people. Sometimes the same actors. It's just,
it is the same actors. You're funny. You see a lot of that.
Ongoing theory, basically.
Hey, I dated a woman for a little bit once, just a little bit, and all she did during the holiday season was watch Hallmark movies. It was the Hallmark Channel was on all day long.
It's bad when you know someone who watches it in
Dude,
the summer.
I spent, and I mean this in all respect, I do. I spent 4 hours one day wrapping gifts and watching the Hallmark Channel. I think we made it through 2 movies.
Then you watched one movie. Really.
Oh my gosh, that is funny. You're right. It is a lot of the same script. That's funny. It could be worse, right? It could be. When is your birthday again?
June 5th.
Okay, so you're a summer guy. I'm a spring guy. I've always wondered how it is for people who have birthdays around this time too. When it comes to this whole area. When it comes to, is it good to have a birthday around Christmas? Because you always heard it's not. I have a son that's in December, but a couple of weeks before. Okay.
I'd rather summer.
Yeah, so would I. No, trust me, I get it. I'm with you as well. I agree. Those things can happen. By the way, we are Art City Now. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are with us today. We rock and roll Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., all things St. Louis, all the time. And news headlines, sports. There's nothing, I mean nothing from a sports standpoint that's really going on today at all. Nothing. and not tomorrow because it's Christmas. You have some NBA going on tomorrow. There's some bowl games. There is NBA. I was talking about the NBA. The only thing that I could think of that you had going on too was the fact that you've got what was I going to say here? Shoot, the suspension for DJ Metcalf was upheld. And he's going to have to forfeit $600,000. So he loses $600,000 because he went into the stands and punched that guy. I was like, oh, not so good. Not so good. Not so smart. So DJ is losing and those are like 2 game checks. I also saw, by the way, tomorrow, when it comes to NFL action and things that people can do and watch while they're with their families, the Cowboys are playing at the Commanders, the early game at noon. That's a worthless game. I only say worthless because neither team's going to the playoffs. But that game looked really good going into the season, especially with the Commanders. Then at 3:30, you've got the Lions, the 8-7 Lions against the 7-8 Vikings. At the beginning of the year, that looked like that would be an amazing game. Neither team is going to the playoffs. Okay, so what do we do then? We move ahead to the night game. This looked like a terrific game at the beginning of the year. For our St. Louis Chiefs, or now the Kansas Chiefs, the Broncos playing at the Chiefs. The Chiefs aren't going to the playoffs. The Broncos are. So literally, you've got 6 teams playing tomorrow. 1 team is going to the playoffs, and that's it. And then, of course, we know the disaster that has become of the Chiefs this year with the injuries and everything else that happened. So on your Christmas day, you've got an opportunity to sit and watch that. You can also figure out and find out what's going on when it comes to the rest of the action, but there's just really nothing from a sports time going on. Family, friends, good times, jump it on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Let us know. Chat with us. Jump on in. We appreciate it when you guys do that. We also, oh my gosh, I was looking. Pro Bowl teams, how many Pro Bowlers they got? The Jets had 0. There's another. How many did the Chiefs get? I was checking out. Chiefs had 4. Believe it or not, in their year, Travis Kelce made the Pro Bowl. I didn't think he had that good of a year. Guess he did. That's my bad. And how does the Cowboys had 5 guys make the Pro Bowl? I'm like, damn. Okay. There you go. Anyway, we are Art City Now. Glad you guys are with us today. I found this interesting because we have St. Louis restaurants that come and go. And, you want to see everybody do as well as they possibly can. And, sometimes it works, sometimes they don't. But it surprised me when I saw that this was actually going on. I mean, I've been there once. I wasn't going there all the time, but recently they won some national award. But the pizzeria in South St. Louis called Cafe Pizza in Benton Park is going to close after its last day of service on Monday the 29th, that according to a social media post. So they opened back in 2007 at Arsenal, all the Italian food that they have. It was owned by Vita Lafata, Vito Sicilian Pizzeria and Ristorante. Also Tim Meineke, who had previously owned a cafe at Lake of the Ozarks. So they had it around there, about 7 years. But anyway, it's going to go ahead and close. By the way, they said with sadness, the restaurant posted the restaurant's finale will be a bowl game watch party for the University of Missouri football game, which is Saturday night. That was according to the post. So, we see restaurants, they come and they go. Did you ever get over to Cafe Piazza?
Oh, no.
It's Cafe Piazza, not Cafe Pizza, Cafe Piazza. I'd only been there once. I was down doing some work in that area. So obviously just, wish them the best over there. Hope that things can go well, whatever they have coming up from that standpoint. But they were closing up shop, so to speak. How about this, though, too, when we talk about places and things closing and opening? Starbucks closed 568 stores. It's the largest closure in the company history. So, and Starbucks got so big. I mean, is that just like a drop of water in a bucket for them? 568 stores. It's a lot of jobs.
Yeah, it is.
But it seems like they've had issues. They've had strikes. They've had people complaining about wages. They did so great for so long. There's so many coffee places that pop up. You're not a coffee guy. I'll drink some every now and then. I do like scooters. I've had scooters. I've tried scooters. That hasn't been too bad. So, they're just a lot of these places are closing up shop. So to each their own when it comes to whatever they're trying to get. When it comes to the coffee. Another interesting thing that we were talking about when it comes to closures, I didn't see if it was hitting the St. Louis area, but Pizza Hut also closing 79 locations and what was it, like 1,200 jobs? So, Pizza Hut. I don't know. Do people love Pizza Hut? Do people still eat Pizza Hut? If you're like, hey, let's get a pizza. Do you get Pizza Hut? I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Marketing is so huge with anything, as we know, whether it's local, national, whatever. I just don't remember the last time I had a Pizza Hut pizza. At all. Never. Nada. Can't remember any of it. So anyway, some of those things were going on. The other thing, I know I said we don't have sports. We get Mizzou coming up Saturday night. We give you some updates, some headlines, things from that standpoint. Mizzou, by the way, plays Saturday night against Virginia. Mizzou had an 8-4 season. The attention now on the Gator Bowl. It's a good bowl down in Jacksonville. And Virginia is a really good team. They are. They play really good on defense, too. They were a game away from going to the playoffs. They would have went to the playoff had they beaten Duke, but they got upset by Duke in their playoff game. So Missouri has a lot of guys out that didn't play the last game of the season. They lost 3 receivers, transferred out. The quarterback transferred out. Brett Norfleet, the starting tight end, who is a great tight end, will not be playing in the game. He's hurt. One of the best linebackers in the country, Josiah Trotter, not playing in the game because of injury. What kind of team are we going to see with Mizzou when they show up Saturday night? But again, a lot of people will be having a chance to watch them. They're playing on ABC Saturday night at 7:30. And, of course, you want to end your year with a win. I mean, bowl games are one of those things. If you lose, it doesn't really hurt you unless you're in the playoffs. If you win, you can just, yeah, you feel good. Yeah, it's another win. We feel better about going into next year, maybe. But they definitely have a different team. So Virginia is 10-3. They were 7-1 in the ACC. And obviously, you'll have a chance to watch that on ABC, as we were just talking about as well. And this is the second time that the two teams have played. They played back in 1973. Mizzou won 31-7. All right. That's a good thing. So, by the way, Virginia lost to Duke in that upset game, 27-20. There. And then there's only one bowl game tonight if you guys are into the college football scene, whether you like watching or whether you like wagering. And that's the Hawaii Bowl, California at Hawaii, 8 p.m. You can enjoy that. Of course, no bowl games on Thursday. Then the bowl games kick back off on Friday and Saturday. Missouri has the primetime slot on Saturday night, which is good. Hey, by the way, I saw this. I thought you might get a kick out of this. Did you know that there was a bowl game being played Saturday at 4:30 called the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl?
Yeah, I heard about that. I thought Snoop Dogg had a bowl.
What do they get? What do they give the kid? Like the players normally get gifts by the presiding sponsor. What are players getting with Snoop Dogg?
What do you think Snoop Dogg is giving them players?
The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. I'm like, what? Really? Snoop Dogg?
Anybody get the bowl, man?
Did he? Well, I was like, did he sponsor this? Did he put money? It just made no sense to me. I was like, what? So what they did is, I'm trying to find out more. The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Gin, Juice, and Gridiron Glory in the Desert. All right. By the way, Miami, Ohio, and Fresno State kicking off in that game Saturday as well. They're playing that game in Tucson. And yeah, Snoop Dogg is the guy on the cover of all of it. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, what bowl did you play? I played in the Snoop Dogg Bowl. The Snoop Dogg Bowl. Yeah, okay. All good. We got it there. Hey, guys, it is Wednesday. This is Arch City Now. It is Christmas Eve. We are grateful that you were with us. As always, you can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Hopefully people aren't up this early, but if you're listening to us and watching us, that's a cool thing. Don't know if you've got shopping done. What have the stores been like, too, if you've been out and about? Is it as difficult as it's always been? People ordering more, you can do that online, make it a little bit easier as well. And, of course, the whole wrapping of gifts. I know people who like to wrap as well, by the way. They like it. They find it soothing. I'm like, okay, you have fun. You have fun doing the wrapping. I will pass from that standpoint. I'm good to go. Thank you so much. So what we'll do is we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have a couple of these stories of just feel-good St. Louis groups helping others because there are so many groups out the St. Louis area. And we know it's better to give than receive, and it feels so good when you do. This is Arch City Now. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou Information Station, and we are live and on demand at louinfo.com.
The Lou Information Station.
on when it comes to the gym, when it comes to shopping, or just when it comes to getting up and watching whatever you're doing. Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. It is a national holiday, if you did not know, for federal workers. Donald Trump made today and Friday national holidays, giving the American federal worker and all of us, for what it means, a 5-day weekend. So enjoy. Go enjoy, especially throughout the St. Louis area. The weather, absolutely comfortable and fantastic. It's not a white Christmas. Sorry about that, but there's positives with everything. You don't have a white Christmas. Okay, well, it's comfortable. You're not freezing outside. That's a good thing. So try to enjoy it as best as you can. Enjoy the holidays. Time to be thankful again. If you can give back, it's always a great thing to do, as we like to talk about. And you just never know. There are people who need things. And when there are people who need things, there's an opportunity for you to help out. And it doesn't take a lot of money to go help people. It doesn't. A lot of times it's just your time. And it's just one of those times where you get a chance to go out and make your mark. We're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Arch City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0, by the way, with Cam Jansen, the former Blue, and Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster. Follow us each day from 8 to 10 o'clock. On Wednesdays, you have the MIZ STL show. Grant Salzman hosts that. Brendan Schaefer coming in. Hopefully they have some guests today, because I don't know what you'd be talking. Maybe the bowl game, promoting the bowl game for Saturday night. But there's not a lot going on with Mizzou this week.
I ain't talk about losing again.
The basketball team.
But
that was brutal 2 nights ago. Yeah, we previewed the game. But at that point in time, too, I realized I had never seen anybody be such a homer for the Missouri basketball coach than Grant. But then I realized, it wasn't just me. Everybody knows that about Grant. And I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Grant is.
I was like,
big.
did Dennis Gates pay him a whole lot of money or something, or did he work with him?
I don't know,
Because something did not add up when it came to that whole situation.
Grant may be on Dennis Gates' payroll.
He might be.
KLIS as a cover.
Yeah. So, listening to other sports media outlets all throughout the day yesterday following the debacle Monday night, it was pretty much 99% felt the same way that I know we did. It's like, there's some issues over there in Columbia. So Illinois dominated that night. But, you got that. So they've got shows coming up today from 10 to 11. Then, of course, from 11 to 1, is Tuna in today? Charlie Tuna in the posse, or did he take off? I was curious what was going on with him. He's supposed to be here. At least his show will be here from 11 to 1. And, of course, we appreciate you guys jumping in all the time. 855-282-8255. Once again, that is 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We are live and on demand at luinfo.com. Grateful that you guys are with us Monday through Friday. We won't be here tomorrow and, of course, on Christmas, and we won't be here on Friday. But we will be back on Monday talking about the new year, talking about the stories from the year that have made the news, things from that standpoint from the St. Louis area as well. We talk about giving back. These stories happen occasionally. Monday in the afternoon, there was a huge apartment fire on Arthur Lane over in the Melville area. It was considered to be a 2-alarm fire. Melville Fire Protection District was there. They were taking care of that fire, but it was damaged pretty badly. Well, their employees right behind the facility at Toyota, it's Victory Toyota, they literally saw the fire unfold. They jumped into action. They got over there. They were trying to help firefighters. They were going in, helping, looking for people, doing what they could that day, while families were doing what they could. But then as families returned to salvage what little they could that night after the fire was contained, the dealership decided to do more. Quote, a lot of the families came back down here and were loading up the last of their belongings. Keep in mind, just a few days before Christmas, they were loading up the last of their belongings that they had. That, according to Miles Horn, the general manager over at Victory Toyota. Then he goes on to say, quote, we saw kids talking about Christmas, and it was really heart-wrenching for us to see. And that's when we decided that we should make an impact and try to help out the community. So what they did was they looked at that chaotic scene, what was going on, what they saw happening, and then they decided to do a campaign of donations to help the kids. Donations started to pour in since Monday, since word got out. Gift cards, clothing, toys, bikes. The owners of Victory Toyota, the Capo family, also pledged $10,000 to help families rebuild. And then some of those were affected returned Tuesday, not for any help, but just to say thank you. Quote, we saw 20 families lost everything, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to help. That was what one donor said, Pat Ringstad. So I just wanted to go to Costco, get a bunch of toys, clothes, books for our family, just because we like to help anytime that we possibly can. I mean, even the local State Farm Agency, excuse me, over in Melville, donated cards to help the families get through. That's just another example of how St. Louis gives back. Quote, we were assisting as much as we could, not only with the condo residents, but other people around the area that were affected as well. That from the State Farm agent, Josh Arnold, who jumped in to help from that standpoint. By the way, the American Red Cross also responded immediately, providing emergency shelter, comfort kits, short-term assistance. Caseworkers will now help families develop those long-time recovery plans. The story from Fox 2, where I had a chance to see that, look at just, it's really, really a good deal. By the way, Victory Toyota, if you're in that area or want to help, is also continuing to accept donations from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. today. Once again, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Victory Toyota in Melville. They're trying to buy new toys, new clothes, and gift cards, all going directly to the families here who lost everything. So once again, another story of St. Louis and the community jumping up, and it doesn't take much. Workers at the Victory Toyota Victory Toyota wanting to help out and see what they could do to make things better for these people who were dealing with some of the issues that they were. Now, they're not the only ones. Last week, we told you about Ricky Winnington, and we showed you about Ricky Winnington. It's the Ricky Winnington Foundation. If you remember, he was out in High Ridge. They showed up in High Ridge and bought a toy for every single middle school student. Every single middle school or elementary school student from kindergarten through 5th grade. We showed you that video here. It was from the Ricky Winnington Foundation. Well, Ricky said when he grew up, he didn't ever get a toy for Christmas. He didn't have a bed to sleep in. Meals were not so great. Through his dedication, determination, hard work, things changed in his life. And now he wants to make sure that what happened to him never happens to anybody else again, at least where he is able to stop that. So after helping out High Ridge, he was back in the area of where the May 16th tornadoes hit. And he said, quote, I don't ever want to wake up on Christmas Day without a gift. He's a St. Louis entrepreneur. Told you it's the nonprofit Ricky Winnington Foundation. And the entire mission is to be a blessing for those who are around them. So yesterday, Winnington, alongside the Friendly Temple and MET Foundation, gifted kids toys and a holiday to remember. At least 1,000 kids. This is insane. 1,000 kids received presents at the Extravaganza Toy Drive. Bikes and TVs were also given away as the wishes came true because of Ricky Winnington Foundation, the Friendly Temple, and the MET Foundation. Quote, I'm just grateful that I get to have something that I really like because I love basketball. That coming from a 10-year-old boy. The boy, his name was Nicholas Jennings, held his new basketball hoop and ball with a smile. His grandma was there as well. They said it was an answered prayer for him to be able to get some things this Christmas. The mission is deeply personal for Winnington, as we were talking about. Despite now being in a position to give back, he says that he'll never forget what it was like to be during this Christmas time, and the mornings were silent. There wasn't the joy of gifts. There wasn't the fun of experiencing that, opening up, seeing your name on something, receiving maybe something that you wanted. He didn't have that. He said, my grandmother could just not afford to get us gifts. We stood in the window a lot of the times as our friends wore new coats and rode bikes. We were embarrassed to go outside. I truly understand how they feel. So when you get an opportunity like this to give the kids something back, it's terrific. 1,000 kids getting gifts for what they have. There was another family that spoke yesterday because of what's happened with the tornado, because of the situations they're still dealing with the house. They said if it wouldn't have been for this toy give back or toy drive, they don't know if they would have anything to really give some of their kids. And by the way, the Winnington Foundation provides presents for more than 3,000 or have provided presents for more than 3,000 kids already this year. By the way, the elementary school, too, that we told you about in High Ridge, where they were at last week, that was Murphy Elementary School, where every kid received a gift. Just phenomenal. We got to get him on the show, but Ricky Winnington, if you ever want to support or get involved with it's the Ricky Winnington Foundation, the R. Winnington Foundation, and it's just amazing to think all the stuff that they have been able to do and help kids throughout the area. Okay, it is a national holiday. We were talking about that. Producer Rad looked at me like, what? Christmas Eve's a national holiday? I was like, yeah, national holiday, believe it or not. Donald Trump gave federal workers, signed it as an executive order. So it's a 5-day weekend to hundreds of thousands of government employees. It was signed last week. We talked about it here on the show. But it designates December 24th today and December 26th Friday as federal holidays for 2025. So it's a big boost for morale, obviously within the executive branch. But it also gives you a 5-day weekend if you're working federally, which is kind of nice, and you're paid. But all executive departments and agencies of the federal government will be closed and their employees excused from any work, obviously today and Friday. So the move is generous. It's not without precedent, though. Presidents can often issue executive orders, if you didn't know already, because it falls midweek. Trump did this back in 2018, 19, and 20. President Obama also closed the government on December 26th in 2014. However, securing both surrounding days around a holiday, pretty rare. His executive order, Trump's that is, does not legally compel banks, markets, or private enterprises to close. So they still may be open today, but you're going to have to check on that yourself. Because national holidays, you know where that happens. Those things go down. Government services and mail, by the way, today. Most federal offices, such as the Social Security Administration, field offices, and passport agencies, will be closed. The Postal Service is an exception, though. Despite being a federal company, USPS operations are largely funded by revenue rather than tax dollars. So post offices are going to be open today, even though it's a national holiday. And then they'll maybe have some shortened retail hours, but they'll resume their normal operations December 26th. Mail is going to be delivered on both days, though not delivered on Christmas. So the financial markets, by the way, Wall Street not taking the extra days off. New York Stock Exchange is going to be open on a modified schedule today. and close tomorrow, and then have an open full day of trading on the 26th. So you can just check your local businesses to find out what's happening, especially as you're, shipping and doing some of those things. By the way, rushing last minute gifts inventory. FedEx is going to be fully operational on Friday, and UPS has announced no pickup or delivery service for Friday. They're treating it effectively as a holiday extension on Christmas. So UPS will not be running on Friday. FedEx will be fully operational on Friday, just in case if you guys were trying to get some updates on what's going on from that standpoint. And then, of course, different companies have different ideas on business hours when they go through there. This is Art City Now, 6:50, December 24th. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. We are here today till 8 o'clock. Hot Take Central 2.0 will follow us today. And then we will not be here tomorrow for Christmas. And just like the federal workers, we will not be here on Friday for the show either. So you guys can figure out what you're going to do from that standpoint moving forward. Also, if you guys want to promote anything, any goodwill, things that are happening throughout the area. Also, if you guys want to talk about any companies, businesses that you deserve or you think deserve any recognition, let us know. We'd love to promote anything and everything here on Art City Now. That's what we've been about for a while. We love it when you guys jump in the show and let us know what we should be talking about. You can do that on X. You can do it on Facebook. You can do it on YouTube as we, figure out where we are from this day. I didn't think a lot of people would be up this morning. Do people take off Christmas Eve? I wonder. I'm curious if a lot of people are just taking off Christmas Eve. If you can, are you working from home? Do you start the holiday a little bit early? I'm just curious how that all works. But anyway, I know it can differ for different people, whatever your job is from that standpoint. But we're here. We're getting some of those things done from that standpoint. Okay, Producer Ride, did you have to buy many gifts or any gifts or that standpoint when it came to this Christmas?
I had to buy my mom a gift.
Okay. Have you done it yet or are you on your way?
I already bought it. I may go stop somewhere and get some perfume just to throw in something.
Do you know what kind of perfume she likes?
No, she likes when I just choose one that she thinks I like.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
crazy.
pretty nice.
But yeah, I know she likes anything that has that jasmine, whatever that is. I like it, but
jasmine. You mean a smell?
Like that smell or something. I don't know. But usually I pick the one that she likes most of the time. I haven't picked anything she doesn't like because my mom, but
no, I get it. That's all you have to. So you just had one gift to get, right?
Oh yeah, one more gift. And then for my grandmother, I know my mom.
Oh, grandma's still around?
Yeah. I know
okay, I didn't know that.
I know that she she sends she wants stuff for her house, comforters and stuff. So I just sent my mom whatever money and whatever she doesn't get, I'll get for.
Okay, that makes sense. I get it. It all makes sense. Yeah, Merry Christmas. We'd love to hear about your guys' stories from that standpoint, what you got going on. It is that time of the year, the season. Regardless of it, it's you don't want to get too stressed out. And you don't want to lose the meaning of the holidays because I do see people, and I've been there myself, get stressed out because I got to get this, I got to get that, I got to get this done, I got to get the food, it's like deep breath, relax, enjoy, and remember what it's about and try to enjoy because I'm telling you, as we start to see in life goes by super fast. And before you know it, many of those Christmas times are gone. And you want to make the most of them and cherish them because life moves fast. We all see it. And well, at least I think we know that life moves fast, but I don't know if we actually appreciate it sometimes until it's too late. And then once it's too late, we're like, oh, okay. wish I could go back. Wish I could spend more time. Wish I could do something from that standpoint. And then, of course, it's too late at that standpoint. So try to take it all in, enjoy family, enjoy friends. Nobody's perfect. I know it can be frustrating sometimes with family members. Can be. But just try to take it in, enjoy everything that you possibly can. By the way, we're Art City now. Glad you're with us, as always, as we say. You can always follow us and jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Talk with us, give your shout outs, Christmas holidays, Christmas traditions, you name it, anything from that standpoint, we'd love to talk about. Also, when it comes to what we promote, we'd like to make sure that we're hitting the pulse of St. Louis and the St. Louis area. And that's where we rely on you guys for that standpoint. So thank you so much for jumping in with us each day on Art City Now. And of course, for a list of all of the programming that we have. And Dave's constantly bringing new programming to the list as well. You can go to luinfo.com. You can check out luinfo.com. We've also got a high school sports show now every Friday at 10 o'clock.
Yes, GSV Sports, high school sports show hosted by Brody Herman and John Huff of Gateway Sports Venue.
Did you produce that show last week?
Yes, sir. I did.
How was the inaugural show?
It was cool. Yeah.
Are there call-ins? Is it just talking about the high school scene? Was it mostly basketball?
Right now, I think it was mostly basketball because it's basketball season. And I know GSV has a lot of guys in the area that film a lot of the big time.
Yeah, they do.
But it was cool. I made the open. I made my first open for a show. So,
Okay, that's another good thing. Can't complain with that.
I had to hit up my producer, and he made a beat for him and stuff real quick. Sent it off to him. But
all right. Well, GSV at 10 o'clock, but there's other programming as well as we talk about. So anyway, check it out, luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. It's just about 7:57 on this Wednesday morning. It is Christmas Eve. We're Art City Now. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about some of these other stories going on around the area, promote some events for the weekend. The weather is absolutely amazing throughout the St. Louis area. There's a big Powerball drawing tonight. A Missouri state senator wants the Chiefs to pay for a bunch of taxes as they leave town now and not have Missouri taxpayers on the hook as they have taken a better deal. Plus, a St. Louis area suburb considered to be one of the most competitive in the housing market in the country. That and whatever else you guys want to talk about coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Art City Now for producer Ryan Vic Faust back after this.
Court decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Hi, it's Jennifer Bardot, and I am here with Edward Jones financial advisor Bethany Shell. Bethany, when it comes to choosing a financial advisor, what should people really be asking?
Jennifer, I think the first question is simple. Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Your goals, your family, your future, it should always be personalized.
So it's not just about numbers?
Exactly. Life changes, and so does your financial situation. You want someone who will be there with you, working with you to help keep your strategy on track.
What if someone is brand new to investing?
That's the best time to start. Use an established process to create a personalized strategy backed by advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we make sure you have access to the information you need when you need it.
I love that. So it sounds like financial planning is really about living life on your own terms.
It really is. I believe feeling rich isn't about hitting a magic number. It's about having financial strategies that support a life you love. Because the key to being rich is knowing what counts. Contact me today at 314-648-2020. This is a paid for ad by Bethany Shell at Edward Jones, member SIPC.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
You're listening to the exclusive home of Fighting Illini football, the Lou Information Station, 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can.
USA Radio News. I'm John Summers. Millions of Americans are planning to celebrate Christmas as they place the final touches on the tree and holiday displays.
The International Council of Shopping Centers reports 90% of Americans wait until the last few dates to completely check off their lists. But some people aren't even thinking of it.
I have the best wife that takes care of all of that.
I'm never done Christmas shopping. I start before Thanksgiving and continue after the holidays. So never done.
No, I haven't started yet. I'm a habitual procrastinator.
With each consumer planning to spend about $890 on their holiday gift hauls, the National Retail Federation expects shoppers to spend more than $1 trillion this year. I'm Natalie Migliori.
Christmas Day will be like spring across much of the U.S. Forecasters say dozens of daily heat records could be broken Thursday across the southern and central U.S., with high temperatures in some areas as much as 30 degrees above normal. Investors fear the Fed will be in a grinchy mood as far as rate cuts, with news the U.S. economy is growing faster than expected. New government numbers released Tuesday show the U.S. gross domestic product grew by 4.3% between July and September. Analysts had expected a gain of just 3.2%, but stocks are little changed after the report, with investors thinking an interest rate cut in 2026 is less likely. President Trump says new Trump-class U.S. battleships will be the world's fastest, largest, and most lethal with nuclear capabilities. Mitch McCann reports some analysts are raising questions about how this will be accomplished.
Meanwhile, a former Navy captain told CNN, "We no longer have the shipbuilding and maritime industrial infrastructure to do this quickly."
Trump says there will be 2 ships built first, followed by another 8 and eventually 25 new battleships. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are now part of healthcare sharing because it just makes so much sense, especially right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 31st and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee, so you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. Again, the deadline is December 31st, so call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. Call 855-SHARE-40. That's 855-SHARE-40. 855-SHARE.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. Brown and Crouppen.
So what's his handle?
BC.com.
You're gonna need lawyers, right?
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Hey, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view. And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds. Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback? Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back. So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket. Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation. That's peace of mind. That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this? Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card. Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered. The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
St. Louis sports fans, now you can go deeper with STL Sports Central Insiders. Get exclusive access to Bernie Miklasz, Randy Carricker, Mike Claiborne, Jamal Mayers, and more. Plus, your chance to watch a Blues game in the alumni box with Jamal himself. Also, monthly giveaways, Bernie's columns all week, and you'll be supporting local sports media. Join now at stlsportscentral.com.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouthwatering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold, flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day starting at 11 a.m. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, 7:05. Happy Wednesday. It is Christmas Eve. Good morning, St. Louis. We get you up and at it each day. Glad you guys are with us today. 6 to 8 a.m. Arch City Now. What's happening in the Lou? What's happening around the country? The headlines, the stories, making information go to you, whatever it is. We're grateful that you're with us. 855-282-8255. Jumping on the show on X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's where you can live stream us as well. You can also watch us at luinfo.com. You listen to us on 590. We're all over the place. And of course, we know it's early. Not so sure a lot of people are out and about having to work today. We've talked about it a little bit. It is a national holiday, a national federal holiday. Donald Trump made today and Friday national federal holidays, officially making it a 5-day weekend. That's pretty nice as well. And of course, if you guys have plans for today, let us know. If you have any charity events going on, if you have any sort of situations where you're looking for help, or you're looking to take donations or money or food to make somebody else's life better in some possible way, let us know as well so that we can get that information out there. We are grateful. We appreciate you guys being with us. And of course, as always, we rely on you to let us know what's happening throughout the Lou. Monday through Friday, we're here 6 to 8 a.m. If you're not familiar with us, we do that show from 6 to 8. And then from 8 to 10, it is Hot Take Central 2.0 with the former St. Louis Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. And then from 10 to 11, we have different shows throughout the week. On Mondays and Wednesdays, it's the MIZ STL show with Grant Salzman and Brendan Schaefer. They'll be taking you through everything today from that standpoint. And then, of course, Charlie Tuna brings up the morning end of it from 11 to 1 o'clock, taking us into the afternoon. Charlie Tuna and the posse. Well, it's Wednesday. We won't be here tomorrow for Christmas. And we won't be here Friday. Our programming will come back on Monday. So we bring you what we can today from that standpoint. And a lot of Christmas theme, Christmas cheer, things from that standpoint. If you guys have ideas, stories from it, let us know. Traditions, movies, best gifts, worst gifts, anything from that standpoint. We love to talk with you from there. Okay. There is a group, I say a group, it's a duo. They've become a fixture on TikTok. Not sure if you've seen them, and they're from St. Louis. They were propelled to social media, I guess, notoriety by a trend, social media trend inspired by Sam Smith ballad, Stay With Me. Oh, won't you stay with me? You know that. So the Hidden Talent Challenge typically features users, revealing a secret skill to justify quitting their day jobs, like legitimate. But for Foster and Love, these are the two men, the last names Foster and Love, they were less about talent and more about vocal precision and a signature polarizing sound, the emphasis being on polarizing. They said that they saw the trend and said, hey, how can at _ love our love _ love our love. So they've got 4.7 million likes. Right now, they have 165,000 followers. And they've just been posting necklaces. This one was actually talking about a Kendra Scott Elisa pendant necklace. And then also some other opportunities. Kids nail polish set for young girls, for kids ages 5 and up. That was another opportunity. They've got something called the Crayola Globbles fidget toy. Nice situation to use there for kids. There's also something called the Moose Match Ma'am. It's by Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. You can try that out as well. Also, other video games, stickers. There's all kinds of things. Once again, the whole article is based upon ideas, and you may be good at this already. Last minute stocking stuffers. Of course, the Powerball tickets never go wrong when you want to do that as well. Go have fun with that too. But anyway, it is that time of year, in time today. If you haven't begun shopping, good luck. Go have fun. I'm sure I've been there in the past. Definitely been there in the past when it comes to people trying to get out there at the end of their Christmas time. In the first hour, we did talk and share some stories about some individuals, groups, people who are giving back this holiday season where people need it. Fire survivors, kids who wouldn't have things for Christmas necessarily. And then another interesting group, there's a local peer group, support group, where people who've lost loved ones to overdoses, they've become strength for each other, because nobody would want to have to go through something like that, losing your child, a parent, sibling, whatever. So they visited a house yesterday, trying to share some holiday gifts, encouragements with residents who are working towards sobriety. It's called SOUL. It stands for Surviving Overdose and Understanding Loss. They've been conducting outreach recovery at facilities since 2021. And one of the places the group visits includes the ARCA, ARCA Recovery House. One of the residents said it was welcoming. It was heartfelt. We appreciate them coming to see us. The visit also provided more than just physical gifts for residents. They said that they need the support, and they need all the support that they can get trying to become sober. And nobody knows what that's like unless you go through it. That's for sure. You talk to people who have and how difficult it is. So Mary Ann Lemons formed SOUL as a peer support group for people who had lost loved ones to an overdose. She started after she lost her son, Ben. He died of an accidental heroin overdose in 2011 at the age of 21. And that could be absolutely devastating going through something like that. That's for sure. So, no, we get it. And that's what these groups are out there trying to help and keep people on the straight and narrow as much as possible. It is a fun time of the year, and we try to make it that way. But there are people who are struggling, who have gotten themselves into certain situations. And you know what? They're just trying to make their way through life from this standpoint as well. This is Art City Now. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. Glad you guys are with us on this Wednesday. What's going on, St. Louis? You can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Like, subscribe, share the show. Let us know what is happening. What are your plans for the weekend? What are your plans for today, tomorrow? What kind of family traditions, things from that standpoint do you have? One of my favorites was we got to open up a gift on Christmas Eve. Loved it. And then we were able to do that the next day. Remember, if you're church going, give yourself enough time. You don't want to be stressed out. If you walk into a mass service, whatever, late, chances are you're not going to get a seat, because this is the day of year, today and tomorrow, where people actually go to mass, to service, who may not be there every week, every Sunday. So expect it to be super packed. And just give yourself enough time. Once again, give yourself enough time to go to mass and do what you got to do. So yeah, that's my advice from that standpoint, because it is. And just be grateful. It's the holiday season where we're all trying to be grateful. So this is Arch City Now. We're here from 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central's following us today from 8 to 10 o'clock. And, of course, we're here normally Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. However, we're not going to be here tomorrow, and we're not going to be here on Friday. So we're off the next 2 days. We'll be back on Monday with our normal shift, the normal scheduling that we do, and the normal programming. So, you know, that's why we weren't promoting a lot. It's all Christmas special things from that standpoint. What's happening in the St. Louis area? Not really a lot of sports going on. Mizzou's bowl game is Saturday. The Blues play again on Saturday at home. So a couple things going on Saturday. Get some NFL action tomorrow, some bowl games, but not a lot outside of that. So anyway, it's all about Christmas and time and family from that standpoint. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Do you warm your car up in the morning? Have you ever heard that it's bad to warm your car up? We'll talk about that.
What?
Yeah. I've heard a mechanic tell me this before, that it doesn't really do it any good by sitting and warming it up. But I've had other people tell me, oh, yeah, you got to warm it up. You got to warm it up.
I'll warm it up like a minute. Yeah.
Plus, we'll tell you about the St. Louis suburb that's considered to be one of the most competitive housing markets in the country. That and whatever else that you guys want to jump in and talk about, we'll do. That's producer Rye. I'm Vic Faust. This is Arch City Now. We are your Lou information station. We are live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll be back right after this.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begins.
What do you say, buddy?
Life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view. And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds. Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback? Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back. So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket. Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation. That's peace of mind. That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this? Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card. Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered. The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Your LouInfo.com news report. Firefighters continued mopping up hot spots after a 2-alarm fire damaged an apartment complex on Arthur Lane in South St. Louis County. Crews are called around 2 p.m. on Monday and battled heavy smoke, heat, and strong winds. Everyone escaped safely, including a rescued dog. Several families are displaced. The bomb and arson unit is investigating. After a 9-year-old girl was killed in a shooting and house fire in North St. Louis, the mother has also died. 45-year-old Latasha Brown died Monday evening, one day after her daughter, Paige Buckner, died at the hospital. Investigators believe the fire was intentionally set. Anyone with information should contact St. Louis police or Crime Stoppers. 34-year-old Shardai Spates died in a house fire in North St. Louis County in the 6800 block of Parker Road. Police say the fire does not appear suspicious. They are investigating. A water main break at Jennings High School caused major damage. Crews hope to have repairs finished by the time students return on January 5th. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and the free Lou Info app, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. We have a warm front moving through today. A little bit of light rain or drizzle. Looks like we'll stay cloudy, but it will be mild. Our afternoon high in the mid-60s. Overnight, some fog and clouds were in the low 50s, and then just cloudy on Christmas Day, but still pretty warm. Mid 60s on the high. Things clear out on Friday, sunny and low 70s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com and free Lou Info app.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers. It's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
Jim, this is going to be the year. I've got to turn my backyard into a full-blown paradise. I'm talking a pool, outdoor kitchen, fire pit, the whole deal.
Cam, does this have anything to do with that year-end bonus you think you're getting?
Absolutely. I'm already spending it in my head. But unlike Clark Griswold, I won't end up in the Jelly of the Month Club because I called Merrimack Pools and Outdoors.
Smart move. They don't do surprises unless you count actually finishing projects on time.
Exactly. Merrimack Pools and Outdoors will sit down with you now before the end of the year. Plan out everything. Straightforward pricing. Amazing design. Get started and you could be splashing around in your own brand new pool by Memorial Day.
So plan now, relax later.
Go to SplashSTL.com and schedule your consultation.
Merrimack Pools and Outdoors, helping St. Louis families turn Griswold-sized dreams into backyard realities for more than 25 years. SplashSTL.com.
And if that bonus doesn't come through, Jimmy, Cousin Eddie's RV is going to end up parked right in the boss's driveway.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Well, the sun's up, kind of today. At least we can see outside. Happy Wednesday. Happy Christmas Eve. Arch City Now, 7:34, getting you up and at it, St. Louis. Hopefully you have some good plans going on for today. Don't be too stressful. Try not to. I know there may be some shopping. There may be some food. There may be some last gift items. There may be some work. Whatever you're doing, who knows? Just try to appreciate it. Appreciate the time. Appreciate life. We always say try to stay as positive as possible. There are things we can control, and there are things that we can't control. So try to differentiate between the two and take it from me. If you make a lot of mistakes, then you learn from them, right? Learn from them. Enjoy. And remember what this is all about. Christmas isn't just about the gifts. It's not about giving that. Just remember what Christmas is truly about. And then you can remember the gifts and the family and the party being the second part of what Christmas is really and truly about. It's not about Santa. It's not about good times. It's about something else. So appreciate what we have and appreciate the family, because time goes by so fast. And once again, you have loved ones, siblings, children, family members. There are times where it disappears and it goes. And we have to try to remember that we have an opportunity. Sometimes we think things will be better somewhere else, or we want things to be better here or there or whatever. This is an opportunity for you just to, sit back, appreciate, and see what you really have in life. Obviously, we always want more. I mean, who doesn't? But be grateful, and really happiness in life, as I have found too, a lot of times you find happiness when you give and have gratitude. Once again, give and gratitude. My mentor, from a spiritual standpoint, is reminding me that it's giving and it's having gratitude. It's not about getting, because when you get, you just want more and more and more. You can get a Mercedes and you want a better Mercedes. You can get $1 million home, and then you want a $2 million home, and then you want a boat. And if you have a boat and $1 million home, then you want a plane. And then, and then you want the trips, and then you want to go here, you want to go there. Those things can happen. So It is a Christmas time. Appreciate what we have, and especially health. If you have health, I know it goes without saying, but those truly are and really are some things to feel good about. Okay, we are Art City Now. Producer Rise alongside. I'm Vic Faust. It is Wednesday, December 24th. Merry Christmas, too, by the way. Christmas Eve today. It's a national holiday. Tomorrow's Christmas. Then tomorrow, Friday is another national holiday, which leads us into the weekend, which leads us into next week. And, of course, New Year's Eve, which brings us to next Wednesday. So, anyway, we appreciate it when you guys jump in with us. Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing the show with others. Arch City Now is where you can find us. And, of course, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And, of course, you can do those things that we were just telling you about. Okay. We promoted a store. Oh, wait a second. Okay. I'm trying to find it. Where did it go again? Oh, no. Okay. 7:38 on this Christmas Eve. If you wanted to call us, you can also do that as well. The phone number to do that is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We are your Lou Information Station. We are always live and on demand at luinfo.com, and appreciate it when you guys jump into the show. If you want to promote anything, charities from that standpoint that are going on, business dealings, anything that you guys have, please let us know. We'd love to talk and promote any of these things that are happening throughout the St. Louis area, and especially over the weekend when you have some of these things that are going on. By the way, this may surprise you, but we kind of talked about it. What would you think, literally, what would you think would be one of the most competitive housing markets in the country in the St. Louis area? I mean, literally, think about this. And then it's like, okay, I would think, well, where are there houses that go fast and nice houses? Baldwin at one point in time was one of the more desirable places. I think we did something where it came to pricing, holding. But now you have another market. That market, which kind of surprised me, is Crestwood, Missouri, one of the most competitive housing markets in America right now. So if you're in Crestwood, good for you. It's been recognized as one of the most competitive housing markets in the United States. By the way, right now, the median sale price for a home was $323,000 last month. That reflects a 0.09% increase since last year. Now, the market is characterized by homes selling in 14 days. So you're talking about 14 days, with many getting multiple offers and often with waived contingencies. The average homes sell for about 1% above list price and then go pending in around 14 days. Crestwood's housing market is the most competitive, scoring 91 out of 100. It's pretty interesting. The average Crestwood house price, by the way, $323,000 last month, which we talked about. And on average, you're talking right now, homes in the Crestwood area are selling after 19 days on the market compared to 4 days last year. So that's pretty impressive, 4 days from last year. So Crestwood ranking among the most competitive. I wonder how real estate agents feel about that, where they see that going, and so forth from that standpoint. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. We got that. 7:41 on this Wednesday morning. Feels like a Friday since we won't be here the next 2 days. And it is Christmas tomorrow. This is one of those interesting stories that we have here. You're told, or at least have mechanics told you, that you always need to warm up your car in the morning, that it helps you when it's cold. We've heard that. People do that, right? Brian says, I warm my car up for a minute before I even drive anywhere. Well, there's an article out, or a thought now, why warming up your car on cold mornings may actually be hurting it. May actually be because it seems harmless to let your car sit and run and warm up. But here's why some experts suggest avoiding the old habit. So it can be a morning habit that we talk about, whatever it is that you're doing in the morning, warm your car up, get coffee, coat, whatever. A warm, defrosted car is always the right move before the morning commute, but there is a catch. Here it is. Some experts, mechanics, say the long-standing winter ritual may actually be hurting your engine instead of protecting it. Have you guys heard this before? So we know that drivers have often been told to let their car warm up before hitting the road. And apparently it used to be a good thing back when the cars had carburetors. But today's engines are different. So modern vehicles, quote, modern vehicles are really good at controlling how much fuel goes into the engine and deciding how to do that under cold conditions. That, according to mechanical engineer Professor William Northrup. He says, quote, they don't require warm up in order to run effectively or run smoothly, even in wintertime. So in other words, if your car was built before 1980, it likely doesn't need that long warm-up period at all. It seems harmless just letting your car sit and run for 5 to 10 minutes. But experts say excessive idling can damage your engine's components over time. 1980? 1980, really? So the Utah Department of Environmental Quality warns that cylinder, spark plugs, and exhaust systems can be damaged from idling too much. That they add, you need to idle no more than 30 seconds to get the oil circulating through the engine. That's it, 30 seconds. And then you have Firestone Complete Auto Care. They're out throughout the St. Louis area as well, saying, quote, if you're one of the many drivers who thinks it's important to turn on your car and let it sit for a bit before hitting the road in the wintry weather, you could be doing your engine more harm than good. That's coming from Firestone Complete Auto Care. So they say when a cold engine idles, fuel doesn't completely evaporate before combustion. That means that some of the fuel sticks to the cylinder walls, washing away the thin layer of lubricating oil that protects the engine's moving parts. Interesting. Wonder if people had seen this before. Then, I mean, so many experts, mechanical engineer Stephen Ciotti, a PhD, says that when a cold engine begins, some fuel needs to go inside the chamber in order for it to start to burn. But because cold temperatures prevent full evaporation, that fuel can then strip away oil from the engine's pistons and cylinders. That's two critical parts to keep your engine running smoothly. Yeah, so now you know. And it's interesting to get varying opinions of what's happening. So once again, here it is. According to the U.S. Department of Energy, the best approach to start your car in the mornings in cold temperatures is to wait no more than 30 seconds and then drive off gently. There you go, Rye. 30 seconds, buddy. The motion of the car helps the engine warm up faster than idling ever could.
So I wonder why my car runs smoother when I'm running late. Okay, it's making sense.
Well, there you go. Quote, in general, the most that you should be warming up your car is 30 seconds. And most of the time, you don't even need that much. That's according to, I mean, they've got 6 different experts when it comes to engines speaking about this. But, you know, people say, oh, you got to warm your car up. You got to get that going. You got to get the gas going. It's like, no. That's not true. So there you go. Now you know. And by the way, if your windshield is iced over, they say use a scraper or a brush rather than waiting for the defroster to clear it. You're not doing your engine or car any good. So it's one of those old myths when it comes to, quote, warming up your car does not help the engine. And they say that when you do hit the road, don't be gassing it or flooring it quickly. Don't floor it. Don't rev the engine. Revving your engine in the first few moments that you start driving can add unwanted strain to the bearings. Flood the combustion chamber with gas, which in turn will take miles off your engine's life. So there you go. We got it. We're all down. Now we know. Now we're more intelligent, right? It's all good in the hood. We've got it. We get it. We understood these things that are going on. Okay. Happy, joy from that standpoint. Appreciate you guys being with us. This is Art City Now. We talk about St. Louis. We have other stories that affect you. The Christmas season, the Christmas holiday is here. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Hot Take Central 2.0 is following us up here. By the way, Starbucks, I don't know, they closed 568 stores the other day. It's the biggest closure in company history. Do people go to Starbucks anymore? I mean, it always seems like when I drive by Starbucks, there's lots of people in line. Maybe it just depends on where they are. I don't know. Just like, okay. Always seems like there's people at Starbucks, or, there's a lot of other competition as well when it comes to coffee. I don't really, I'll go to the gas station and it's like, okay, whatever. I do like scooters. I've seen the scooter places. By the way, St. Louis Pizzeria Cafe, we were talking about it earlier, South Cafe Piazza in the Benton Park neighborhood in South St. Louis. Their last day of service is Monday. That according to a social media post. So be able to check that out if you want to get down there and help them out. Also, a shout out again to a guy that's just been awesome in his work in the community, and that is the Winnington Foundation and what he's doing, literally bringing 3,000 gifts to kids. They did it at Murphy Elementary in High Ridge last week. Every elementary school kid got a brand new gift. Then they gave out another 1,000 toys to victims of the tornado yesterday, which was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal that they were getting some of that work done and just helping people. And that's what he's been doing. He grew up with nothing. And he said he wanted to make sure that no kids are ever in a situation where they can't get a toy. I mean, literally 1,000 kids at a St. Louis toy giveaway that was given yesterday. It's literally the nonprofit Ricky Winnington Foundation. Ricky didn't receive any gifts as a kid. He and his siblings didn't have coats. They didn't have bikes. They didn't have those things. Lived with their grandma. Grandma couldn't afford it. And he promised himself to get to a situation where he would help others. And that's what he has been doing. So if you wanted to get involved or help what he is doing, what a tremendous organization. Once again, the Ricky Winnington organization, 1,000 kids receiving gifts yesterday. Bikes, television, sporting events, sporting things, just really making kids remember. And you remember those things. You remember how good it is, what it feels like to be able to get some of those things as well. So congratulations to him and taking part in this. And of course, he combines with other organizations to make this go and to make it work. Just a really, really cool deal all the way around. Ricky and the Ricky Winnington Foundation teamed up with Friendly Temple and the MET Foundation, and they gifted kids with toys on the holiday to remember. Also want to give a shout out to Victory Toyota in Melville. The apartment complex right behind them burned on Monday. So, I mean, you literally had workers stopping what they were doing on Monday, going over and helping victims, first of all, get out of there, making sure that they were fine. And then when victims came back, they were helping them as well. When victims came back that night to try to salvage things. That's when they realized that a lot of Christmas things had been destroyed. So they started up a foundation, and they're accepting donations and gifts for gift cards, and several people have gotten involved to try to help as well. So if you'd like to help out Victory, you can call Victory Toyota in Melville and help them help this family after what they went through in Melville on Monday afternoon. I mean, not only did the employees jump in with their time and effort, but they also have jumped in and raising money to make sure they can get Christmas gifts for kids. That's what it's all about. It's about getting Christmas gifts, gift cards, toys, clothes, books, anything. And they said that a lot of local businesses have stepped up. State Farm out there as well. And then you had the Capo family who owns Victory Toyota. Shout out to them. They pledged $10,000 as well to help families rebuild in the situations that they're dealing with right now as well. So the American Red Cross responded immediately. They provided some emergency shelter. They helped the kids as well with that fire. But we just love to see St. Louis do that. And, of course, we're constantly talking about these stories and people stepping up in St. Louis, because it seems like that's what St. Louis natives do. We step up, we help, and we try to see those needs met wherever we possibly can. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I know we got a couple minutes left here, but we do appreciate it, and we're thankful for you guys. And, of course, next week we'll have those shows. We'll be talking about the new year and those things that are happening in the new year. Also, just about where we are. And, of course, you can always catch us as we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central follows us from 8 to 10 as they will today. We will not be here tomorrow, and we will not have a show on Friday. We will be back next week on Monday at 6 a.m. So obviously you can join us there, and then we'll have plenty to talk about. The college football playoff situation will give us another weekend of games. We'll see where all of that goes. Mizzou has their football bowl game Saturday night against Virginia. By the way, Grant Salzman, Brendan Schaefer will have that show later today. That's the 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock show. I'm sure talking about the debacle of what is Missouri basketball under head coach Dennis Gates, and promoting the Saturday night bowl game with Missouri. And then you've also got the Blues playing Saturday night. So you've got a lot of things that we'll be able to get into Monday coming up, but not a lot of sports today. You've got some NFL tomorrow that not really great games, but a lot of family time. Enjoyed, as we were talking about earlier, appreciating the Christmas season, the Christmas holiday, and so forth. And of course, that's what we have been trying to promote here. And of course, any story ideas and businesses and charities that you guys want to promote, we'll always take. And we are grateful from that standpoint. Tony Patrico will join us next week. We'll have a fun show, end of the year show, so to speak, for our viewers and our listeners on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Enjoy the Christmas holidays. You got today off, or federal holidays are today and tomorrow. Enjoy the weather. If you forgot, Powerball is 1.7 billion tonight. If you plan on winning, you can go get your tickets. They have other lotteries as well if you want to get into that. And for those who are upset that Kansas took away the Chiefs from Missouri, if it was, there is legislation being put in place by a Missouri state senator to make sure that the Chiefs are going to be taking care of bills, and they're not leaving any bills behind for taxpayers in the state. So he has put forth billing detailing how Missouri taxpayers will, they helped build and maintain the stadium. They financed it with their own money and helped make the Chiefs one of the most successful teams in America. So as the Chiefs leave, going to be demolished, and that's going to have a cost. So they want to make sure that none of that cost goes on to Missouri taxpayers. So trying to put legislation through that will put that bill on the Kansas City Chiefs as well as they take off out of town. So it's almost like, okay, we see you leaving and we'll see you going, but go. He says, quote, Missouri kept its word. Missouri acted in good faith. Missouri showed up when it mattered. It's a franchise that chooses to walk away from that loyalty. It should not walk away from the consequences. Missouri deserves better, and I intend to make sure that this never happens again, or that any excess bills get put on Missouri taxpayers. So Chiefs have a game tomorrow night for all the Chief fans. They play the Broncos. Chiefs aren't going to the playoffs. Might be on a third string quarterback, but the Broncos are. So we'll see where all that goes. Thanks for joining us, guys. As we said, Merry Christmas. Have an awesome day. Appreciate the time with the family. Appreciate the weather and everything else that comes along with it. So Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes are coming up next. And then the MIZ STL show follows them for an hour after that. So as always, stay positive. Enjoy the day. For producer Rye, I'm Vic Faust. Have an awesome day. And again, we will see you come next Monday.